Here I'm in a different format and I am hideous and I feel like crap, but I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna have to break it up. I'm at a hotel right now. I'm out of town. Y'all don't care. Okay, so Rebel is out on the street doing street patrol, even though she's not a police officer at all. She's confiscating pills. She's trying to bust a guy's chops for selling in the school zone, stuff like that. The drug dealer that she was trying to bust, as far as selling in the school zone, knocks her off her bike, calls her a little bee, something like that, and they get into a fight. Police officers roll up and they're like, we was just play fighting. The police officers take them both down to booking. Anyway, Gio sees them down there. Gio is Lieutenant, I think his name is Lieutenant Gold, but he's played by Giancarlo Esposito. He sees them down there and he's like, what are you doing here? Can you just stay away from the police? Stay away from us. And she's like, well, the police officers down there saw that we were roughhousing and took it as serious, and they brought us down here. He asked the guy if that was true. He says yeah, and then they're free to go. Now, while they were still there, she spots drugs in his hair, and she's like, I will have you busted unless you tell me what's going on these streets. So I guess he's going to eventually end up spilling some tea to her about that. Let me see. Giancarlo is shading, like, you're not a police officer, you're not supposed to be back here. And she's just trying to get the scoop on what went down with her brother. So just tell her. Let me see. Chins is upset. She sees Chins. He's mad because she's mad because he shot at her brother. And he's like, so you're not talking to me? Didn't you think there was an explanation for me shooting at your brother? And she's like, yeah, you racist. And he's like, stop telling people I'm racist. Like, what else could it be? Like, and he's like, I knew Malik, I spent time with him. And she's like, and yet you still couldn't see past the color of his skin, and you shot at him, and now he's dead. So let me see. Chins is cleared to work physically. He goes into Gio's office and he's like, I'm cleared to work physically. He's like, I'm cleared to work. Gio's like, by whom? He says, by my doctor. Gio says, you need a mental workup. We need to see what's going on with your mind. So apparently he's still not completely cleared to work. Corner Boy is Malik's little friend from the block. I'm calling him Corner Boy because I don't know his name. He stops by Drunk Daddy's house and brings him some liquor and brings some guy, and they're talking about a rally and they're talking about getting his music out there. So I guess they're trying to do a life after death type situation and have his music out posthumously. And so that's what's up with that. Rebel comes in while they're trying to talk to Drunk Daddy, and Corner Boy's like, you gotta stop busting my chops out on the street. I got a reputation to uphold. She's like, I don't care. You need to figure out what's going on with my brother since you're so in these streets. And then a white man comes by and is saying something about Malik's juvie record. And that's where we went to commercial. And we're back now, so let me come back. Okay, we're back from commercial, or we're back to commercial. And I'm hitting you with this again. We get back to it. I will be calling racially ambiguous friend sidekick friend due to the advice of my YouTube mentor, Lady Nika. We both agree that racially ambiguous, I have my hand on my chin, I'm sorry, it's red. We both agree that may be just a bit insensitive, so we're gonna do sidekick friend. Sidekick friend comes up with the name Ratchet PI for their little new click group search thing. And Rebel's like, we're not gonna do that. That's not the name. Let me see. Some guy, I couldn't tell if that was Chin's brother or not, but they're working out in the gym, and Chin's is like, Gio wants me to go see a shrink, yada yada yada, and the guy's like, well, don't go to the department shrink, she's gonna make you come back and a bunch of times. Go to my shrink. It's a cakewalk. You'll be in and out and you'll be fine. That's suspicious. That means this man is not mentally sane, probably. Let me see. Some police guy, who I guess is up in rank. I couldn't tell if that was the chief or not, I wasn't sure, but he is trying to get Gio to like not spill the tea about the shooting, and said something about there being a stain, like this would be a stain, and Gio wants the chief position and he's never known a chief to have a stain. And I'm like, he's like, the shooting happened under your watch. Yeah, lots of stuff happened under a lot of people's watches. I don't understand. Anyway, watch a lot of people's watch, sorry. Gio is tiptoeing out. He's going, I guess, home after work. The media gets to him and they're like, what do you think about a protest? Yada yada yada. He's like, I don't mind a protest as long as it's peaceful. Then they're saying that the cops were racist. He spins around and he's on TV talking about, sorry, I'm messing with the chair. He's on TV talking about the cops followed protocol, and from what we understand, Malik was reaching for a gun. Rebel's like, oh shoot, it's back. That was fast. Dang, give me a sec. Hold on. Okay. So He's like, Malik was reaching for a gun. Rebel's like, that's just a flat out lie. And they decide that we need to find a way to leak the dash cam to prove this is happening. Sidekick friend is like, that's not, they're going to try to postpone leaking that as long as possible. Then she's like, I know something that they can't ignore or something like that. And she goes to a friend. The friend is, I guess, a coroner or something. And, she gets down there and they mention that Rebel and Malik had matching tattoos. She had MBK, my brother's keeper, and he had MSK, my sister's keeper. And I was like, oh, that's cute. And then we find out that he was shot 13 times, and she starts going over where he was shot. He was shot in the chest, he was shot in the back. And I think that's all they said. And then Rebel's like, I don't need to know all that. I just need to know, was he reaching for a gun? The lady says it's highly unlikely. And then she's like, to know for sure who shot what, who did this, you need to go to ballistics. And she's like, does what's his face still working ballistics? Oh, Fat, what's his face? Yeah, he's still down there. So she's gonna go to ballistics, I assume, next. That looks so cute. Even Dusty and Crusty and with my Coolio braids. I'm out here slaying the girls. But yeah, she says it's highly unlikely that he was reaching for a gun, but then we find out that he had cocaine in his system. So, dun dun dun, shook. Let me get back to it. Shut up. Oh God, shut up. Okay, no, stop. Do the freaking, God. Hold on, y'all. Anytime I'm trying to rush, we have a problem. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get this as fast as possible. Last time, I kind of think I missed something because while I had it paused, the show kept going on. I'm watching on the DirecTV app. I can't rewind. So, but I think what I missed was her telling her dad that Malik was on drugs. So we're gonna proceed. Rebel tells her dad he isn't alone. That's where I came back in. She was crying. He was talking about her mama, and then he said he was alone. She said, "You're not alone as long as I'm here." We find out Chins was stabbed once. What's that about? Then they start going into how his mother was a softball player and he was going to the bathroom. His brother went to the bathroom with him, and then some black kids came and whooped his brother. And I don't like the narrative. I don't like how we're painting, oh, he has a reason to be racist. I don't care for that. BET, we're gonna have to do something else. I don't like it. Let me see. He left his brother to get whooped and he feels bad about it, and he thinks maybe that's why he shot at Malik. The doctor's like, yeah, let's proceed. Let's do something else. After he hands the boy the paper that says he's clear to work, and he says, no, I'm not coming back. So, let me see. Corner boy may have given little brother some coke. She rolls up on him and she's like, did you give my brother the coke? Yada, yada, yada. And then basically he tries to jump bad with her, but she's like, okay, I got you. I'm coming back. We'll see. Method Man comes by. He's checking out the spot. They're trying to talk, and then she just all of a sudden starts seducing him. They kiss in and yada, yada, yada. And then he's like, wait a minute, something's wrong. And then she tells him that Malik had coke in his blood. He's like, oh no, I'm shocked, I'm shook. And then she's like, my daddy must have known, or he wasn't shocked by it. And that's why I think that's what I missed. She's like, he either knew or he just, thought or something, because he wasn't shook at all about this. And then she tries to kick him out. And he's like, no, let's talk about it. This is why we separated right now. She's like, no, we're separate. No, he said, because you always shut down. Right after opening up, you just shut down. She's like, no, we're separated because your credit score is the same number as your age. And you tried to fix me and knock me up and yada, yada, yada. And he gets mad and storms off. And I'm like, dang, that's absolutely something I would have probably said. And so I'm probably going to be alone for the rest of my life. But, yeah, so that's basically all for this little portion. We'll come back after after the show, when we get back on commercial break. You know what I'm trying to say. Rock with me. I'm having a hard time right now. I got a terrible headache. So I'll be right back. Since we've been gone, she calls Method Man, wants to talk. He doesn't answer the phone. She visits Fat Daryl, I found out his name is, down in ballistics, and butters him up with some gumbo. And he's like, you're not even supposed to be down here, yada, yada, yada. She's like, oh, okay, let me take my gumbo and go. He's like, wait a minute now. I'm the boss. I can have anybody I want to down here. I was just trying to tell you the rules. And he's eating the gumbo, and she adds some what I think was hot sauce to the thing. She's like, let me give it a little kick. He is, sucking it down. 30 seconds later, you hear a rumble in the jungle, and this man has to go to the bathroom immediately. So, but before that, he's like, girl, I thought you was coming down here to see about your brother, and we ain't gonna be able to do that. And she's just like, and then he goes to the bathroom. He's like, I need you to watch the lab down here. She immediately gets on the computer and starts snooping. We find out that Von Bryant shot 7 times. Rafael Lopez shot 4 times. I didn't catch the name of the other guy who shot twice. And April Summerdale never shot. She didn't shoot her gun at all. So we spy on April down to the bar where the rich cars be. And like she's down there and she sees Rebel and she gets up and jets off. Rebel is like, girl, I know what you're going through. You didn't shoot, and now the girls think you don't have their back and they shunning you. And she immediately shuns Rebel. And I'm like, the nerve. And so I'm taking my notes. While I'm taking my notes, some guy pops up at her back door. or her front door, one of her doors, and I couldn't tell. It looked like Chin's from behind. Y'all gonna have to put it in the down below because I can't rewind to find out, because again, I'm watching on the app. But it looked like Chin's, and they started kissing. So I'm not sure who it was that was making love to her mouth, but I didn't care for it. I just know I didn't like it. So yeah, that's all for this portion. I'm gonna be back. I said, go away. So this section is gonna be brief because literally nothing happened. Well, something happened. Okay, let me give it to you. Sidekick friend is spying on drunk daddy. I'm not sure why she's spying on drunk daddy, but she is. She loses him for a brief moment. He pops up and scares her, and then he says something about Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan being notorious for sneaking up on folks, and I guess she didn't get that gene in her blood. And she's like, I'm glad that you're feeling better and feeling good enough to be racist again. He asked for a ride somewhere. We haven't seen where he went just yet. Chin's apparently, okay, so the guy he was talking to was his brother. I don't remember his brother being that ugly. He was ugly, but I didn't remember him being... Did they recast? Anyway, so Chin's and his brother in the bathroom having casual conversation while they pee. I guess that's the thing people do. I guess. Me and my mama have casual conversations. So I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, they're in the bathroom and we find out that Chin's actually did come back instead of running off to get help in the mother's baseball team, yada, yada, yada. He came back with a bat and started whooping these black kids' heads. Again, I don't like it. I don't like the narrative that, oh, he has a reason to be racist. I don't. These black kids did something to him, so now this is why he doesn't like black people. I don't like that. That's pissing me off a little bit. And it's making me kind of not want to watch this show anymore if we're going to continue to go in this direction. I hate Giancarlo Esposito's character on the show, and this has forced me to realize that I hate his character on every show. I didn't like his character on Breaking Bad. I don't like him playing Pastor Cruz down on the Get Down, kicking my lean out. I just don't. But I like Giancarlo Esposito. I just hate his characters, and this one is no exception. Charles is on my nerves, and he's talking about leaking some footage or some information about Malik having the drugs in the system, and Rebel comes down and she's crying and she's like, please, I'm begging you, don't. You've known my family since I was 17 years old. I'm assuming that's at least 10 years and or more probably, because she was on the squad for 10 years, so she's probably 30, 31. So this is over 10 years you've known this family. Why are you doing your people like this? And he's trying to protect the squad. I don't. Ooh, stay with it. Lord, this white woman done spilled this wine all over her pants. White pants. But anyway, I'm watching this commercial because I'm trying to make sure the show doesn't come back. But yeah, I don't like how he's trying to protect the squad, but you actually know this boy. These are people that actually have met this boy. Chins has played basketball with him, and now we're trying to say that he has a reason to be racist because some black kids started whooping his brother's head in the bathroom when he was a kid. I can't. I really just have. Okay, why do I keep turning this on without turning it down? Okay, so we are officially, the episode is over, so I can talk freely and I don't have to try to speed. But we get to the Malik rally. They're selling t-shirts, and I'm wondering who's gonna get this money? Like, we selling t-shirts. I didn't remember hearing anybody say, you know, the funds go to the family, anything like. I missed it if I did, but whatever. They're down to the rally, and somebody with a hood comes up and says, I got something to say. I thought it was Method Man at first, but it turns out it was Drunk Daddy. He gets up there, and what did I say I was gonna call a sidekick friend? Pops up, and she's like, she called FaceTimes Rebel, and she's like, I need you to come down here immediately. Some kind of way, due to the magic of Rebel and her black girlness. Black girl magic. Due to that, she pops up instantaneously, and just while he's still up talking, she appears down to the rally, and he's up there and he's talking about how he's going to give away Malik's music and merchandise for free. And I'm like, so does that mean that the girls who were paying for the t-shirts get their money back? Or, like, what are we doing here? What's going on? I know I'm thinking about money. I should be thinking about Malik, but he Drunk Daddy expresses his sincere frustration with the cops, and he says, I know not all cops are bad because my daughter was a cop for 10 years, but the ones who shot my son are bad, and they need to not be cops any longer. We need justice. Him saying we need justice some kind of way turns into a chant, and from that chant we get school zone drug dealer picking up a gigantic rock, and he's about to hit somebody with it, hit one of the cops with it, and Rebel pops up and she's like, what are you finna do with that? They've spilled enough of our blood out here, it's time to spill some of their blood. She's like, if you don't put that rock, put the rock down. He puts the rock down. And drunk daddy gets up there and he James Browns the situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, James Brown de-escalated the Detroit riots back in the 60s. So he gets up there and he gives very much, y'all need to stop. This is not what my son would want. This is not what I want. I don't want his memory to be tied to this. Go home, basically. And then, let me see. Prior to the daddy getting up there and talking, they had been chanting justice for Malik, but it wasn't like escalating or anything. But the cops are out there and they putting on their riot gear, and it's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, this is the very same situation that caught Derek up over on Star, like unnecessary. But yeah, so let me see. Rebel goes over to Method Man's house, and she talks about how Malik was 2 when their mama died, and she basically had to be his mama and his sister. And I think I may have said that last week in the review, that she was basically his mama. I don't know if I said it in the review or if I said it in real life, but I felt very much like she was his mother as well as his sister. And she was talking about how she felt so bad because she didn't know that he was doing cocaine, and she felt like she failed. And then the girlfriend popped. Oh God, they slamming doors out here, and I'm going through I'm nervous. I don't know if you watch my other videos, you know I've got a little anxiety situation, but the girlfriend comes to the door and just opens the door and is looking at Rebel. It's like, why are you so stank? What's wrong? Why are you mad? Because you sleeping with her husband. What's your problem? And he gets ready to walk off, she gets ready to walk off, but she turns around and she's like, Method Man is still my husband, and that makes you a side hoe, and you need to get your life together before it's too late. And then she storms off. And then she goes over to April's house, and the door is open. It's not like wide open, but she pushes it and she's like, April, sis, what's going on? Where are you? She walks further into the house. April is dead to the desk. Dead. And I'm like, who killed? Why did they kill? What's going on here? So we got a bigger debacle going on here with apparently we got several situations going on. We got Malik's situation. Still not sure what was going on with that with Rebel's friend. What is it, Dolores? What was that all about? And then we got April over here just dead in her house, just dead. And so anyway, that was the big to-do here. We didn't figure out what heck that had to do with Texas at all this week. They didn't say nothing about it or nothing. I'm like, how dare you give us so I'm assuming next week we're not gonna figure out who killed April or what happened with April at all. We're just gonna skip ahead to something else. Like, you're giving us cliffhangers, but you're not bringing us back to the cliff. I'm sure it'll turn up later in the episode, but how you have us cliffhanging and don't mention it at all this week? What? Anyway, I'm gonna keep my eye on it, but I'm really not digging the he had a reason, what's his name, Chins had a reason to be shook and shoot at Malik because some black kids messed with him when he was a child. I'm side-eyeing it. I'm not liking it, but that was my review for Rebel. I hope I did it justice. I would like to say thank you to everyone who is subscribing. Thank you so much to Lady Nika, as always. Thank you to the Ghetto View for subscribing. I'm so shook. Like, when I saw that she subscribed, I was like, what? Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out my videos. As always, thank you to Random TV Reviews for mentioning my name in you guys' video, the positive tag. And as usual, it's gonna be down in this description, the channels to everybody. As always, Mike B, just everybody, really, just like, thank you for watching my stuff. Nisha Houston, thank you. I'm grateful. I am honored that, and I know it's not many. I've got like 19 followers and it's not a lot, but I appreciate you guys for just coming by. Even if you haven't subscribed, I wish you would, but I'm glad that you stopped by. So like, comment, and subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Wednesday night lineup. There's a bunch of stuff going on, so I'll be back. Peace.